Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's show. So glad to see you all tonight. I've got some special ones for you. This is going to be a great show. I went back to the old time show you guys know and love. I tried riddles last week and they were kind of hard, and I don't know, I didn't like them that much. So I decided to go back to this first show I've ever done. So here we go. We will start tonight's show with our opening statements as usual. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of an exhilarating journey. Get ready to embark on an unforgettable adventure filled with thrills, laughter, and endless surprises. Without further ado, let the show begin. And here's a little warning for you guys. These stories evoke a sense of mystery and wonder, blending elements of the supernatural with the unknown. While some tales may have roots in real cultural beliefs or historical events, others exist purely as product of imagination and storytelling. Exploring these narratives allows us to delve into the depths of human fear and fascination with the mysteries of the world. And it's really hot here in Quebec, and it's going to be getting even hotter during the week. So if you're in Quebec, or even I've heard that in the US as well, it's getting a heat wave. So stay nice and cold, guys. Remember to drink a lot of water. And if you don't have AC, well, take lots of cold showers. So before I start tonight's first story, I'm going to say hi to some people that are here in the chat. I see Debbie. Hello, Debbie. And like I wrote to you, perfect, no problem. She's still listening. She's not here yet, but she's listening, she said. And then we have Nicole. Hello, Nicole, and welcome. So, tonight, most of my stories take place somewhere here in Canada. So, the true or false stories take place somewhere here in Canada. So maybe if you're Canadian, you've heard of them, or if you're not Canadian, and you might learn something cool tonight. Because I found these stories like pretty cool, so that's why I put them down here to share with you guys tonight. So I'm going to take a sip of water and we'll start. Okay, story number one. Oh, and please, guys, please like and share. Share, share, share. Really helps me out. Thank you. Okay, story number one: the murder of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, 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 Daldo, whatever. It's kind of hard to say. In 1947, the body of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, I got it, was found brutally mutilated in Los Angeles, California. Her body had been cut in half, and the killer had drained her blood, making her murder one of the most gruesome and infamous unsolved crimes in American history. The details of the case include the horrific nature of her injuries and the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death, have inspired countless theories and continue to haunt The public said that it was Canada, but I think there's only like this one or a few that are not from Canada. Sorry, guys. Oh, and we got Face the Ace that just popped in. Hello, hello. And then we got Adrian. Hello, Adrian. Nice to see you. So glad you guys can make it. So, for this first question, this first story, is it a fact or a fiction? The murder of the Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, I stutter like prat. Dahlia, the Black Dahlia. Sorry. Maybe I should read it back for the new ones that just popped in, just to make sure it's a fact. You say fact? Have you heard enough to know if it's fact, fact, fact? Well, I guess so. Okay. So yeah, it is a fact of the. So the explanation for it is the murder of Elizabeth Short is a well documented real event. Despite numerous suspects and theories, the identity of her killer remains unknown, making it one of the most chilling unsolved murders in the US history. Wow. So imagine that. Know that story. Fact. Oh, you see, I didn't know this story. I thought this was brand new, fresh off the press. But I can't fool you guys. You guys are so smart. You know lots of things. And I don't know where this one took place. Maybe we'll find out. But I'm sure we have some from Canada starting soon. So, Charmaine, hello, sis. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so story number 2. Knew that story too. Oh, cool. Only me didn't know. I'm learning as I do these lives. Okay, here we go. Story number 2. The Silent Twins. Ooh, that's so scary. Reminds me of the Shining Twins. June and Jennifer Gib Gibbons, yeah, known as the Silent Twins, were twin sisters who only communicated with each other in a private language. Born in 1963, they grew up in Wales and became increasingly isolated, engaging in bizarre and sometimes criminal behavior. Their eerie and symbiotic relationship led to their confinement in a psychiatric hospital. Jennifer died under mysterious circumstances in 1993, after which June began to live a more normal life. Their story is both tragic and deeply unsettling. Who? The Silent Twins. Is that a fact or fiction? True or false for the Silent Twins? Have you ever heard of these twins? Like I said, the only creepy twins I know are in The Shining. A fact, fact, fact. Oh, yeah, and Face the Ace. I really wanted to tell you with my voice, not write it down in the comments, but your videos with the music are so beautiful and oh, perfect, perfect. I love your videos with the music you put on. It's very beautiful. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Okay, let's go on. So everyone's saying it's a fact. So, and the answer is fact. Don't know weird enough to be true. Okay, it is a fact. It is true. The explanation for it. The Silent Twins are real individuals who lived where extents oh no, sorry, whose lives were extensively documented. Their strange behavior, isolation, and the mysterious the mysterious death of Jennifer make their story one of the most eerie and unsettling real life cases. You're shy, make you cry. No, they're beautiful. You put beautiful music with the graveyards and everything, guys. If you didn't get a chance to see, go check that out. That it was really beautiful. I was really enjoying. Okay, so you guys are starting to get good at this. I am now at story number 3, and this is a Canadian story. Okay, the ghost ship of Northumberland Strait. Yeah, don't be shy with us. We're family. You're not supposed to be shy, and you're not supposed to cry when we give you a compliment. If we give you a compliment, it's because you really deserve it. Oh, I that's fun to know. They helped you. They're so cool. Shout out to them too, and shout out to you. Okay, story number 3: the ghost ship of Northumberland Strait. For over 2 centuries, sailors and residents along the Northumberland Strait, which separates Prince Edward Island from New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, have reported sightings of a ghost ship described as a glowing three-masted schooner. The ship appears to be on fire but never burns down. Witnesses claim it vanishes without a trace, and efforts to reach the burning vessel have always been in vain. Sunny Stormy, hello. Nice to see you. So, this ghost ship that's on fire, is that a fact or fiction? This ghost ship on fire that appears in between Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. Tukini. Hi, Tukini. I hope I said your name right. Welcome. Nice to see you. So, about this ghost ship that has, I guess it says it has like 3 sails on it. Folk tales. Mm, I guess it does say it at the beginning somewhere. No, not yet. So, for this story, it is a fact. The explanation for it. I have to change from face the ace vlogs now. I can see you now, Debbie. Oh, what are we going to learn about? Seems like there's something. Yes, I tell you a short little story, and you have to try and guess if it's true or false, fact or fiction. And then I tell you if it is fact or fiction, and I have an explanation of on why it's fact or fiction. So now, Face, you say it's fact, and the answer is fact. The explanation for this ghost ship: the legend of the ghost ship of the Northumberland Strait is based on numerous eyewitnesses' accounts spanning hundreds of years. Despite the lack of physical evidence, the consistency of the sightings and the detailed descriptions make it a chilling maritime mystery. So It's folklore, but it says legend. So what's the difference? If you guys can figure out what the difference between legend and folklore, like what's the what's the difference? I don't know. Here's another Canadian story for story number 14. I I read 17 stories per live stream. So, story number 4, the Baldoon mystery. This one's pretty weird. In the early 19th century, John T. MacDonald and his family settled in Baldoon, Ontario. Soon after moving in, they experienced strange and terrifying occurrences, objects moving on their own, stones and bullets being thrown through the air, and inexplainable fires, despite attempts to find a rational explanation. The phenomenon continue and until a local indigenous healer predicted and identified and removed a cursed object from their home. So, these people were like the Blair Witch, I guess. They had something that had an attachment that was haunted, maybe a haunted doll, a haunted music box, whatever. And the local indigenous healer, which today we could call a shaman or something, went to their home and identified a mysterious object that was haunted and everything. It was, or cursed, like they say, and everything stopped. So, is this true? The Baldoon, Ontario. The Baldoon mystery, fact or fiction? Paranormal nut, how are you? Oh, well, that's okay. Thanks for coming in and say hi. Just you can just like and share. False. This is a Canadian story. We're giving a salute to my Canadian fellers. Fiction. Okay, false, false. Everyone's saying false, but it is a fact. The explanation for it, the Baldoon mystery, is a documented case of unexplained paranormal activity from Canadians' history. While some suggest natural causes or local legends, the intensity and persistence of the events uh, experienced by the McDonald's family make it one of Canada's most famous ghost story. New to you, yeah, new to me too, and it's the most famous in Canada. So I guess we don't live in Canada, Nicole and Debbie. So we're somewhere else, I guess. We finally went and joined our family in the US, I guess. Oh, this one's extra creepy, guys. This one, just the title is freaky. Story number 5, The Headless Nun of French Fort Cove. Ooh. Now, if you've heard of this one comes from Canada also, from the beautiful place of New Brunswick. Oh, beautiful place. Okay, it says here in the late 18th century, a nun named Sister Marie Inconnue, unknown, it says. Inconnu in French is unknown, was reportedly beheaded by 2 sailors near French Fort Cove in New Brunswick while attempting to protect a treasure. Her ghost often seen wandering the area without her head is said to search for both her lost head and the hidden treasure. Locals and visitors alike have reported seeing the apparition, adding to the eerie legend. Fact or fiction? For this nun, for Miss Nun, her name is Sister Mary Unknown. Inconnu. Fiction, fiction. Fact, Debbie. Fact, Germaine. Wow. Yes, it is fact. This is true, I guess. It says here the explanation for it is the story of the headless nun is based on local folklore and numerous reported sightings over the years. While the historical accu- accuracy, finally said it, sorry, accuracy of the nun's existence is debated. The consistent ghost sightings contribute to the enduring spooky reputation of French Fort Cove. Wow, imagine that. Ooh. Yeah, I've never heard of this anyways, so again. So here's story number 6. This one's pretty cool. The Banff Spring Hotel. We, right. The Banff Spring Hotel in Alberta, often uh, called the Castle in the Rockies. Oh, that's nice. Have heard of it. You've heard of the Banff Spring Hotel in the Rockies. Is famous not only for its grandeur, but also for its ghosts. Guests and staff have reported sightings of several spirits, including a bride who died on her wedding day falling down the staircase, and a bellman named Sam who continues to help guests long after his death in the 1970s. The hotel's haunted reputation attracts numerous visitors every year. Wow. So, is this fact or fiction? The hotel in Banff. Banff. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. Yes, it is true. The explanation for it, the Banff Spring Hotel is a real location with a documented history of ghost sightings and paranormal activity. Wow, I want to go there. I won't need a passport. Uh, activity. The stories of the bride and the bellman are part of the hotel's rich lore, making it one of Canada's most famous haunted places. Wow, imagine that. You're in the mountains. There's only mountains and snow. Okay, this one, just the title's sort of funny in a way. Salem, hi, nice to see you. It is very expensive. Yeah, no, I know. It'll take 15 years for me to save up to go there, I guess. Okay, so I am now at story number 7. This one is the haunting of the old spaghetti factory. Now, come on. They make spaghetti, haunted spaghetti, or what? So here goes the story. The old spaghetti factory in Vancouver, British Columbia, is not just known for its food, but also for its resident ghosts. Oh, really? Wow. Believed to be a a train conductor, the restaurant's house, and old trolley car. What are they saying? Believed to be the train conductor. Okay. The restaurant's houses an old, okay, trolley car. Okay, the restaurant whole. Anyways, you can see in the restaurant an old trolley car, and staff and patrons have reported seeing a figure dressed in a conductor's uniform inside the trolley. Other paranormal activities include moving objects and cold spots, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Okay, so it's a restaurant, guys. It's not a factory. I thought it was a factory where they make spaghetti. And since I butchered this one, I'll read it again so we really understand what they're trying to say. Story number 7: The Haunting of the Old Spaghetti Factory. Okay, the Old Spaghetti Factory in Vancouver, British Columbia, is not just known for its food, but also for its residents' ghosts. Believed to be the train conductor. The restaurant houses an old trolley car, and staff and patrons have reported seeing a figure dressed in a conductor's uniform inside the trolley. Other paranormal activities include moving objects and cold spots, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Ah, okay. Now I understand. So is it fact or fiction? Sometimes I get a little nervous and I don't read properly. Fact. Yeah, so a spaghetti factory, it's a restaurant, I guess. We don't there's no more around here anyways. But I think I remember seeing something like that. Fact, most haunted place in Vancouver. Oh, really? Oh. The answer is fact. Explanation: the ghostly sightings at the old spaghetti factory are based on numerous reports from both employees and diners. The presence of the antique trolley car, combined with the consistent nature of the sightings, has cemented the restaurant's reputation as a haunted location in Vancouver. Wow. The one in Toronto is haunted too, if it's still there. Really? Oh, when I go to Toronto, I'll check that out. See if there's a. I'll go eat some spaghetti. Oh, so that's pretty cool. Okay, story number 8: The Basement Creature. Ooh, just the title. No, thank you. Okay. The Thompsons family moved into a new house with an unfinished basement. They soon heard strange noises coming from below, but uh, chalked it up chalked it up to the house settling. Okay, so they said, "Oh, it's the house; it's settling." However, their son Tommy started to complain about a monster in the basement. Uh-oh. They dismissed it as a child's overreactive imagination until Tommy disappeared one night. Frantically searching, they found him in the basement, staring at a dark corner Suddenly, a creature with glowing eyes emerged, reaching for Tommy. The family managed to escape and called the police, but nothing was found except for strange claw marks on the walls. They moved out immediately. Wow. Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction for the basement creature. Yes, the basement face the ace. Fact. Nicole says false. Face the ace says fact. Debbie says fact. Supposed to be a portal to hell. Oh. No, the answer is fiction, so it is false. The explanation for it. Explanation. The story of a basement creature uh, preying on a family taps into primal fears of the unknown lurking in the dark. Confines confined spaces, while it creates an effective horror narrative, there is no evidence to suggest that such creatures exist. This story uh, lev- leverages family horror motives to build suspense and terror. Oh, okay. So it's not true. Christina, hello. Welcome. Okay. Here we go with story number 9. Oh, this one's scary. The Wendigo Curse. It's a curse to be a Wendigo. The Wendigo Curse. In the dense forests of northern Ontario, an ancient curse is said to haunt the land. According to local legends, those who venture too far into the wilderness, sorry, risk encountering the Wendigo, a malvoyant spirit known for its unstable hunger for human flesh. One winter, a group of friends decided to go camping deep in the forest. They ignored the warnings from the locals about the Wendigo. As night fell, they heard eerie howling and saw shadows moving between trees. Uh, One by one, they started to disappear, leaving only their screams echoing through the forests. The lone survivor managed to stumble back to civilization, his mind shattered by the horrors he witnessed. To this day, no one dares to camp in those woods. Thanks. That is so scary. I can't believe I read that. So, is it fact or fiction for the Wendigo cursed creature? Ew, the Wendigo. I thought Wendigos only existed on Supernatural, that show with Sam and Dean. Fiction. Yes, it is fiction. The explanation for it: the Wendigo is a creature rooted in antholink folklore. Antholink, I don't know, folklore. Often, uh, despite it as a malvoyant spirit or monsters associated with cannibalism and winter. Okay. While it is a powerful and terrifying legend. There are no documented encounters to sustain sustain its existence. This story lavages from fears, from reputations of the Wendigo to craft a chilling tale. Okay, so this one wasn't true at all. Okay, next one, story number 10, The Haunting of the Red Path Mansion. Oh, this one's in Montreal, the Red Path Mansion. Girls, do you know this Red Path Mansion? I don't. In Montreal, the Red Path Mansion is known for its tragic past and ghostly inhabitants. Built in the 19th century, it was home to the wealthy Redpath family. Yes, it's a museum. Ooh, stories from Redpath. Oh, sugar. Oh, wow, girls. You guys are so smart. Wow. Redpath Mansion is known for its tragic past and ghostly inhabitants. Built in the 19th century, it was home to the wealthy Redpath family. In 1901, Ada Redpath and her son Clifford were found dead under mysterious circumstances. Oh, I hope they didn't stain the sugar. This is a sugar factory, if you guys don't know. It was the home of, I lost my place. Clifford were found dead under mysterious circumstances. The official verdict was a murder suicide. Well, but many believe there was more to this story. Over the years, residents and visitors have reported seeing Ada's ghosts wandering the halls, crying for justice. Strange noises, cold spots, and inexplainable shadows plunged the mansion. Paranormal investigators claim to have recorded eerie voices and apparitions. The mansion remains abandoned, a testament to its haunted past. Oh, is this fact or fiction? Oh, they say it's abandoned. Hmm, I don't know. I'll trust my girls. They say it's a museum. Fact or fiction? It's fiction, they say. Bat Rican, hello, brother. Thanks for popping in. It's nice to see you. Oh, and all the guys out there, I hope you all had a wonderful Father's Day. And Grandpapa Day for Bat Rican. Okay, so the answer is fiction. Explanation: while the Red Path Mansion and the tragic deaths of Ada and Clifford Redpath are real, the ghostly hauntings are fictional embellishments. The addition of paranormal events enthusiasts the story enhance the story's eerie atmosphere, turning the historical tragedy into a ghostly legend. So the paranormal part is false, but the passings are true. The mother and son died in mysterious circumstances. Yeah, that part is true, but all the rest is fiction, like the paranormal stuff and saying it's abandoned, it stayed abandoned because it was too haunted. It's not. You just said it was a museum, so let's move on. Story number 11. Okay, story number 11. The Phantom Miner of the Yukon. Okay. In the Yukon's remote mining town of Dawson City. Oh, I know that city. Stories circulate about a phantom miner. Legend has it that in the early 19th century, a prospector struck gold but was murdered by his greedy partners. His body was never found, but his spirit is said to haunt the old mines, seeking revenge. Miners and tourists have reported seeing a spectral figure with a lantern wandering the tunnels. Tools move on their own, and cold wind blow through the shaft without explanation. Some claim to hear whispers of "Find my gold" echoing through the mind. Wow. Many believe the phantom miner's restless spirit will remain until his murder is uh, avenged and his treasure is found. So, this spooky miner, is it fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? A haunted gold mine, I guess. The answer to this one is dun, 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 fact. Fiction, fiction, fiction is the answer. Explanation. The tale of the Phantom Miner is a fictional story inspired by the rich history of the Yukon's gold rush. While there are numerous legends and ghost stories from the era, the specific details of a vengeful miner's ghost haunting the tunnels are fictional creations meant to evoke the mysteries and rugged spirits of the region. Wow. Now that was cool though. Okay, story number 12. The Lighthouse Keeper's Ghost. Okay. On the rugged coasts of Nova Scotia stands an old abandoned lighthouse. Locals whisper about a ghost of its last keeper who mysteriously disappeared during a stormy night in the 1920s. According Eddie and Jan, hello and welcome. Nice to see you. That's okay. According to legend, he was obsessed with the light, never leaving his spot. One night during a fearsome storm, he vanished without a trace. Since then, sailors have reported seeing the lighthouse beacon shining brightly during storms, even though the building has long been out of use. Some have seen a shadowy figure in the lighthouse window, keeping watch over the treacherous seas. Those brave enough to explore the lighthouse at night often hear footsteps and the keeper's voice calling out warnings. Ooh, a haunted lighthouse, and they see the keeper. So, is this a fact or a fiction, guys? And hello, it's okay if you're late because of work. It happens. Just like and share, and that will be pretty good. The fact that they see this haunted lighthouse keeper ghost, whatever. It is fiction, it's not true. Explanation for it. While maritime ghost stories are a staple of coastal folklore, the tale of the vanished lighthouse keeper and the ghostly beacon is fictional. It draws on the atmosphere of and often lonely life of lighthouse keepers to create a haunting narrative that captures the imagination. Wow. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so we're moving on to story number 13, The Vanishing Village of Sag. Sage. Sage. We'll call it Sage because I'm pretty sure it's that what they wanted to write. Sage. The Vanishing Village of Sage. In a remote Yukon village of Sage, strange occurrences have been reported for decades. Once a thriving settlement, Sage became a ghost town almost overnight. Locals tell of eerie lights in the sky and strange sounds that drove residents away. A group of urban explorers recently ventured into Sage to document the abandoned buildings. They found old diaries dating the town's last days, detailing the town's last days, sorry guys, describing how residents saw strange creatures and heard voices calling them into the woods. As the explorers read these entries, they started experiencing the same phenomenon. Disembodied whispers, shadowy figures, and an overwhelming urge to leave. They fled the village, vowing never to return, convinced that something otherworldly had taken over Sage. Wow. At Peggy's Cove. Yes, I think I have a story of Peggy's Cove coming up. Not sure. I think I saw that. Yes, I do. It's story number 16. So this one of oops, where'd it go? Ah, the people that disappeared in Sage. Hmm. Is it fact or fiction? Fact. Okay. Aren't all lighthouses haunted fiction? I guess so, Nicole. Fact. Okay, so the answer for this story is it fact or fiction? It is fiction. It's not true. Explanation. The story of Sage is inspired by real ghost towns and the often mysterious and eerie atmosphere they exude. The village of Sage in the Yukon doesn't exist and is known for its extreme cold, but the tales of strange lights, creatures, and paranormal occurrences are fictional, crafted to create a chilling and suspenseful narrative. So it is false. It is too cold in the Yukon to go hunt and to explore. I don't know. I'd still go. Sure, it's a nice place to visit, anyways. That sounds like a visit to my in laws. Oh, Eddie. Everyone wants to disappear before they disappear. Okay. Story number 14. Uh, the disappearance of Nicole Morin. That's her name, Nicole Morin. Okay. On July 30th, 1985, 8-year-old Nicole Morin left her apartment in Etobrook, Ontario, to meet a friend for a swim. She was last seen in the hallway of her building. Despite extensive searches and media attention, Nicole was never found, and her disappearance remains one of Canada's most haunting unsolved cases. The case has gained numerous theories, but no solid leads have ever emerged, leaving her family and the community with unanswered questions and lingering fears. Who true. Yeah, I've heard about this story too. I guess ghosts don't like freezing their butts off. No, but they like to freeze ours with their cold spots. Fact. The disappearance. This is in 1985, guys. A little girl disappeared from her apartment building. She was gonna meet a friend to go swim. She disappeared in her pink bathing suit. Poor little thing. The answer is fact. It is true. Uh, the explanation for it, Nicole Morin's disappearance, is a documented and unresolved case. Despite decades of investigations, her fate remains unknown, and the mystery continues to haunt those familiar with her story. Who you remember the story too? Wow, Ed. Oh, this one I like, and this one is so tempting for me to go there. I want to go there. Okay, here is where I want to go. Story number 15. The Ghosts of the Ottawa Jail Hostel. Okay. The Ottawa Jail Hostel, formerly the Correctional County Goal, is is reputed to be one of the most haunted places in Canada. Built in 1862 and operational until 1972, it housed some of the country's most notorious criminals. Visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices, seeing apparitions, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. The most famous ghost is that of Patrick J. Whalen, who was executed for the assassination of Thomas Decary McGee. Uh, his spirit is said to linger around the gallows where he was hung. Fact or fiction? Oh, you know she disappeared from the penthouse, Debbie? Ah, it's a fact. It is a fact, and we got friends that went there. I get if you follow Mo, he went there. If you follow Exploring with Angelo, he also went there. And the answer is fact. Explanation. The Ottawa Jail Hostel is a real location with a documented history of paranormal archives. The stories of ghostly encounters have been recounted by numerous visitors, making it a popular destination for ghost hunters and those interested in the supernatural. Yeah, all you have to do is call Elliot, try and contact Elliot, and he will plug you with this gel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now we are on to Peggy's Cove. Story number 16. Yes, I read those archives. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be Elliot. I'm sure he has read all of them. Pretty sure. Uh, his channel is, if you want to see this, Jill, he goes there very often. His channel name is the Phantom of Your. Yeah. Um, he's a tourist guide. He was like I used to be. So he got contacts for Ontario hauntings and stuff. But he often does live streams from these haunted locations in Ontario that he has access to. They did. Oh, Charmaine, you know, they went. Yeah. Okay, so story number 16, The Legend of Peggy's Cove. Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, is not only known for its picturesque lighthouse, but also for its haunting legend. According to local lore, the cove is named after a young woman named Margaret, who was the sole survivor of a shipwreck. Oh, I didn't know that. Uh, she supposedly fell in love with a local man, but tragically died after falling from the rocks. Her ghost is said to wander the shores searching for her lost love. Visitors and locals have reported seeing her apparition, often described as a misty figure by the water, especially on foggy nights. Oh, it's like a love story. Wow. Is it fact or fiction? Fact or fiction for Peggy's Cove? I didn't know why they was called Peggy's Cove. Now I do. Wow, Debbie. Woohoo. Great stories tonight. Love the Canadian touch. Yeah, I just wanted to do a little Canadian shout out. So, fact or fiction? Debbie, thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. Wow, you're amazing. So supportive. Fact, fact, fact. Everyone's got it right. Wow, you guys. It says here answer fact based on based on legend. Okay. The explanation for it. The story of Peggy's Cove is a mix of local legend and reported sightings, while the exact details of Margaret's life and death are a part of folklore. The numerous accounts of her ghostly presence added a layer of eerie authenticity to the tale. Wow. But that was a oh, it's like a little love story, guys. She fell in love with a guy and she tragically fell on big rocks. Okay, now we are on to story number 17. It's a little longer than the others, but as interesting, I would say. I'll just take a sip of water since this one's a little longer. Okay. The Terror of the Kino City Road. Kino City, a small and remote community in the Yukon, again, territory, okay, has its own dark legend that terrifies locals and travelers alike. The story centers around a stretch of the Kino City Road, which winds through desolate and rugged terrain. Over the years, numerous drivers have reported strange and terrifying experiences while traveling this road, particularly at night. Okay. One of the most infamous tales is that of a truck driver named Bill who was traveling to Kino City Road on a cold, foggy night. Bill re-encountered seeing a spectral figure standing in the middle of the road. As he approached, the figure appeared to be an old woman in tattered clothing, waving her arms. Frantically, Bill stopped to offer assistance, but as he got out of his truck, the woman vanished into thin air. Wow. Shaken, Bill continued his journey, but couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Soon after, he saw the same figure in his rearview mirror, sitting in the back seat of his truck. Panicking, he swerved off the road, barely managing to avoid a serious accident. When he finally stopped and turned around, the back seat was empty. Kevin, the custodian ghost hunter. Hello, my old friend. How are you? So nice to see you. Guys, go check out my friend Kevin. You guys are going to love his stuff. He's a very, very good friend of mine since my starts. Bill searched his. Where was I? Uh, the back seat was empty. Bill shared his story with the locals in Kino City, who informed him that he was not the first to encounter the ghostly woman. According to legend, the ghost is the spirit of a woman who died in a car accident on that road decades ago. She is said to appear to travelers either seeking help or warning them of impending danger. Despite its chilling reputation, the Kino Road's City Road remains a vital route for locals, but those who travel it at night often do so with a sense of unease, always worried of the ghostly figure who might appear at any moment. So, that was a nice long story. And is it a fact or fiction? Is this true or false? This story. My neighbor said she saw someone in her rearview mirror, an old man, but no one was there. Oh, that's creepy. Fiction. Uh, fact, fact, fact. Fiction, fiction. The answer is fact. Wow. Answer fact based on a local legend. Okay. The explanation of this story. The story of the ghostly woman on the Keno City Road is based on local legend and numerous eyewitnesses' accounts from travelers, while the supernatural elements are part of folklore. The consistency of the reports over the years leads a haunting credibility to the tale, making it a well known and eerie part of Yukon lore. So, wow. Hallucinations. Yeah, because, we're in Canada. So there's one thing that is legal here. So you're not supposed to do it and drive, but I guess or they probably skittled and drive. And that's what happened. Yes, you see all kinds of things. I remember one time what I saw in the sky, and now I regret it because was it a UFO or was it my Skittles? That green grass thing there. So this one was true. So that's all the stories I have for you guys tonight. And I'll be taking out a video on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, Wednesday, it will be my Crystal Lake Cemetery investigation. Ooh. And then I'll have a creepy, quick, short story for Thursday and a creepy story for Friday. And next week, it will be my Crystal Lake investigation. I went to the lake that is called Crystal Lake. And I plan next week to go and overnight at Camp Crystal Lake that we have here in Quebec. Well, stands on the border. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw my photos. Uh, there's one photo, there's a black line on the floor, and I have 1 foot in Canada and 1 foot in the US. So they were pretty interesting to see. We had fun, and it was a beautiful day with beautiful weather. So, and remember, guys, it's going to be very, very hot. So don't forget to drink lots of water. And if you don't have an AC, take lots of cold showers. It's really important. Sometimes you feel, oh, I feel fine, I'm okay. No, no. I went through it last year. I got a heat stroke, and I know how it feels like, and it's not good for no one. So, and I care about you all so very much. So, I will do my closing now. As the curtains close on this chapter of our journey together, I did you farewell with gratitude in my heart. Thank you for being part of this unforgettable experience, and may the memories we've shared linger in our hearts. Until we meet again, may your adventures be as magical as the moments we've cherished together. Good night, and may your dreams continue to shine bright. And like I always say, if you like this live stream, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more live streams like this. And I'll see you around the room somewhere. Love you all very much and have an amazing week. Again, thank you for coming. Mwah. Love you all and God bless. And may all your dreams come true and drink lots of water. Good night.